Peggy 18.
What is a man but the sum of his memories? We are the stories we lived, the tales we tell ourselves. We are nothing.
Play Kasmarek? Few are offered the opportunity I now give you. We are assassins. Prove yourself, novice, and you will be one of us. Break into Abstergo, gather the intel, and get out.
What am I looking for? What am I looking for?
Is that fear I hear in your voice, Subject 16? It should be.
Vidic! You kept him in the Animus too long.
Lucy? What's gonna happen to me? I must find the answer. I must get out! I can see what has been, what will be.
Alright, welcome back to another AC stream, today with the start of AC Revelations and our annual playthrough of the game. This year we're gonna be starting off not with the main story but with the DLC, The Lost Archive, which is kind of like the backstory to Clay Kasmarek, Subject 16, who was also in the Animus at Abstergo before Desmond, and who Abstergo performed like horrible experiments on while he was, you know, lying in the Animus. It's a very kind of like introspective, first-person, abstract kind of like DLC, but yet gives a very great insight into a character that has been very important, you know, especially leading up to the events of the 21st of December, and kind of like leaving clues behind for Desmond to find, so you can understand the Pieces of Eden better, and kind of like the historic context for the Templars and Abstergo. Because while he was captured at Abstergo, he learned quite a lot about them by hacking into the system. And yeah, this is his story. Let's go ahead and jump over here to the Lost Archive. And yeah, obviously the Stealth Challenge won't really apply here for the DLC because there isn't any enemy to find. It's more like avoiding obstacles and doing parkour. But we will be doing like all of the story elements or anything that adds to the story, which means we will collect all of the Animus fragments, which will lead to a secret ending, kind of like a cutscene. and yeah, give us like more information on the relationship between Clay's father and him. Abstergo has experimented through the Animus program on 17 known test subjects. This is the story of Subject 16. The end is only the beginning. Yeah, I think the Animus is glitching out big time here. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, let's go through the port and see if that does anything. Okay, no. I have to restart the game. Yeah. What would it be if Revelations actually didn't have any issues? And hey there, Stormacht. Welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, sorry about these issues here at the start, but that's usually not happening. Okay, that's looking better. I do. Of course I remember you. I mean, you're VIP after all. Would be kinda sad if I didn't remember my VIPs.
So, we're in agreement. Reach your goal, then get out of there.
Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the day.
And then we all got up and marked our favorite jobs on the board. I'm going to be an astronaut, Dad.
Did you hear your son? The kid wants to be a spaceman.
Clay Kazmarek, Few are offered the opportunity I now give you.
And Clay's story just hits different. It really does. Such an underrated character, I think. Gotcha, Nick. It's definitely fair. I mean, I don't blame you. But yeah, I hope you've been doing well, though. But yeah, sometimes you just need like a break, you know? Do something different. What do I play these days? Well, I of course still play AC. So this is kind of like my current annual run of 2023. But I've also been playing like other games, of course, on the side. I usually split it between AC and at least one other game during the week. So recently I've been playing Shredders. That's actually like a snowboard game that's like quite realistic with the physics. It's kind of like comparable to like Skate or Session, I guess, if you know about these games. Only like for snowboarding. It's also made by people who are like really into the sport and kind of like know a lot about, you know, how it is to drive. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I've also recently started the first replay of the episodes of Liberty City for GTA 4. Currently playing through the Lost and Damned DLC. That's like my most two recent games. Oh, very nice. I've also played a decent bit of Steep, actually. Steep is also nice, I think, but it doesn't really compare to the satisfaction you get from having like very realistic kind of like physics.
Prove yourself, novice.
To me, at least.
One of us.
It's like better to kind of like pull off a really tricky jump. Okay, that's the first artifact. Nice. Rather collect all of these. So let me just go ahead and do the CPU fix here for the game, because that should make it run a bit smoother, because it is a bit stuttery. The issue with the Ezio games on PC is that they don't utilize all of your CPU cores. If you have like a newer generation CPU. So what you have to do is like reset the affinity for each CPU core. And that will make the game kind of like make use of your entire CPU a bit better. So hopefully that makes it like less stuttery. What are those psychedelics? Hey, we're busted. Yeah, we're playing the Lost Archive DLC. It's kind of like a first-person introspective animus-based simulation based off the memories of Subject 16. Clay Kismeric was in the Animus before Desmond. Did Moro return to Twitch? Not really. did like a stream at some point again, but yeah, he's not like back like on a regular basis. At least like streaming wise. Yeah, that's much smoother now. What happened to the collab AC channel? Do you guys still do runs? Not really. It's pretty much put on hold for a couple of years now already. When Morrow wasn't streaming too actively anymore, it was pretty much only me and Eric kind of like doing streams. And for me, I kind of like felt too much of an AC fatigue, you know? Like playing a lot on both channels, I guess, and I still want to do my annual runs, but also don't want to get sick of the AC games, you know. So for me, I just kind of like stopped streaming when I got too much of a fatigue for AC, I guess. And I think Eric just wanted to concentrate also on his channel a bit more, you know. So all fair reasons, I guess, but it just didn't work time-wise, I guess, for everybody anymore. Have like a double commitment, you know. Would be much different if I was like the only channel you would be streaming to.
Together we will defend the free will of humanity from those who would steal it.
Yeah, for me it's definitely the fact that I usually only play through the games like once a year. And I play through them quite fast, you know, so like I play like through AC2, for example, like 1 week a year, you could say. And that makes kind of like the games kind of like feel a bit fresh, I guess, instead of just if you would only play AC like all day every year and like the same AC games too. But since I play like through the entire series most times, you know, it makes like every game feel kind of like fresh again. It's very different, for example, when I already did like a playthrough of Valhalla on the Animus project and then got to Valhalla myself, or like AC3, I just felt like less of a motivation to, you know, play the story because I knew exactly every little detail, you know, having played the game recently, and that can kill the joy for me sometimes, you know. Which is why I would also probably never do like speedruns for AC games, because I just don't want to get sick of like the story or anything. It's definitely also about the variety of like the different AC games, you know. Not just playing only the old or the new. I just want to make sure that the music is turned on here. But yeah, we're good.
We are not public figures, and never submit ourselves to the hollow quest for fame. We move through clouded spaces. Beware the easy path. Knowledge grows only through challenge.
I gotta make sure we get all of the fragments here because they're necessary to get to the ending. Like the secret ending.
You're retiling the roof at noon, Clay.
But I'm working on a history paper.
Let it slide. The foreman's son just finished engineering school and he's pocketing $60K a year. Now that's where the money is.
Played Abstergo Collection on PS4 last year. You replayed those games so many times on PC but never on console. It's a different experience and you really enjoyed it. It made you realize how more responsive and better the gamepad is over a mouse and keyboard. Absolutely. I really do think like these games have been definitely designed toward console and like the control scheme of a controller. And I know what you mean because I've also played with mouse and keyboard for most of my playthroughs until I like basically started streaming. But yeah, I didn't want to go back afterwards. It just feels so much smoother.
They will throw obstacles in your path to distract you, but never lose sight of your goal.
Odd. So these things should actually make a sound, like a shimmering sound that would notify you about their location. But for some reason they don't. It kind of sucks because in order to get the secret ending you have to find all of them. It's very tricky sometimes if you don't get the audio cue. There's one nearby because it can be quite well hidden. And I mean, I have the SFX sounds on 10. Aw. Why? Okay, honestly, if that's just bugged, then I'm not gonna force myself to get all of the fragments and rather watch it on YouTube or something. Because it's only like one small cutscene, you know. But yeah, it's kind of sucky. That's fair, Nick. I usually like to play with the Xbox One controller primarily, but you also gotta use like a mod to kind of like make the controller work, otherwise the whole control scheme is kind of like messed up. it's like some sounds don't actually appear. Like for example, when we had like the other flashback to another kind of like entirely different scene. There's like another sound effect that usually plays, but it didn't. It's like some of the sound effects are just straight up bugged out here. That's odd.
Proven yourself worthy. Today, commit to uphold the pillars of our creed. We are assassins.
Good thing I remembered that one, because yeah, again we have like no sound, you know. I'm not gonna remember all of the locations here, so not having the audio cue. If I find one, I guess I'm gonna get it, but yeah, won't get all of them. Yeah, that's a great thing about consoles, you know.
Gather the intel and get out.
Really don't have to worry too much about the setup and everything. And yeah, it's definitely quite affordable, you know, like both physical games, but also console itself.
Abstergo, hold the line. Marnie, can you take my kids tomorrow night? I have a date. Don't say that so loud, I'm at work. But seriously, with my luck, I'll be home by 7. Hold on. Abstergo, can I help you?
Fighting a war against the Templars, a secret society dedicated to controlling mankind. Abstergo is their front, the source of the invisible hand that circles the globe.
What am I looking for?
Alan Ricken's computer. I need more data about a program called the Animus Project.
Okay, so I'm gonna just ignore looking everywhere now for Animus fragments. And we're just gonna watch the scene on YouTube. That's really odd, like it really feels like some of the sound is just straight up gone, including some of the soundtrack. You know, which there's a fragment, but yeah. Playing Minecraft, pretty much. Yeah, Minecraft, the Assassin's Creed DLC. Christ. Haven 19, welcome in. Memories of this, yeah. This one and Desmond Journey. We're having a couple audio bugs apparently with the DLC. Like some of the sounds don't appear, which makes it a bit difficult to find the memory fragments. So I decided not to do them this time. But apart from that, it's been going pretty well. There's a DLC I quite enjoy for like how story focused it is, you know. Yeah. This would also usually be like a voiceover saying ability activated. I think I'm gonna try to restart the DSC after this memory to see if that does anything. Maybe it would. Memo. January 2008. First quarter briefing on Abstergo Lab facility progress. Animus Project, Vatican City. In brief, request to allocate 25% of $960 billion annual Abstergo R&D budget to the project approved. Nova, this marks a 50% increase. New subterranean lab space staffed after preliminary trials of latest device iteration were successful. Device function with lower power requirements. Device mainframe is 30% smaller than previous iteration. At this rate, a portable Animus may be possible in the future. Intended ancestral memories accessed with 86.7% success rate during trials. Preparations to continue transfer of assassin skills. Search for key cartographer ancestral DNA ongoing. I will run through the specifics in person with you next week. Warren Vidic. But kind of like, the progress of the Animus technology. And how it's been preparing to kind of like find the Apple of Eden. Yeah, now there should also be like alarm sounds and everything because Clay actually triggered the alarm at Abstergo. It's like so weird. I don't know why the sounds are just not there all of a sudden. Never had that issue before. Hey there, Maxi. Welcome in. And how's it going?
Extraordinary. The amount of funding they've put into the Animus project since the 80s. We need to go deeper next time. Find out what Abstergo's really searching for inside our DNA. I'm counting on your help, Clay.
That's good to hear, Maxi. And yeah, I'm doing well. Having a couple like audio bugs and issues with the DSC for some reason, which has been a bit annoying. But yeah, apart from that, definitely doing good.
I got into an engineering program.
That's my boy. Didn't know you had it in you.
Here, look.
This isn't one of the top schools.
There's an amazing programming department.
Casmerics build things. They don't sit at a desk.
Have you informed your colleagues about our sessions?
No.
Psychiatrist notes. January 2007. Incident involving a design critiqued by coworker. Afterwards could not focus on existing work. Began making designs to deliberately defeat the criticism. OCD ADHD suspected. Could prescribe a psychostimulant combined with an SSRI. Look-up drug name produced by company that paid for a trip to vacation resort in St. Bart's. February. Wrong about OCD diagnosis. Patient displays severe maladaptive perfectionist tendencies. When recalling childhood, talks about father as positive influence, but seems to be displacing anger onto co-workers. Possible abusive parental relationship suspected. Patient seems receptive to recommendation of 2 premium sessions per week. An easy sell due to self-esteem issues. Jesus. August. Today, unexpectedly, a complete change in behavior. Patient appears confident, self-assured. Perhaps a new support mechanism. Patient seems to be hiding something. September. Patient quit his job for personal reasons, continues to show incredible progress. However, I remain convinced patient is guided by an external locus of control. More therapy is needed. March 2008. Patient challenging behavioral therapy, believes himself cured. Claims training given at a new job is key. Still refuses to disclose specifics about said job. Over-reliance on peer group now believed to be the cause of positive progress. Removal of positive peer-based work environment would severely destabilize the patient. Recommend a patient continue therapy. Concerned that loss of patient will result in delayed purchase of Paris apartment. April. Patient requests to view my notes. I refuse for obvious reasons. Patient continues to insist. Post-session, after placing notes in file, must search for missing filing cabinet key. And that's where his notes end. I do actually wonder if Clay has assassinated him. If Clay actually read about the psychiatrist, you know, using his struggles to kind of like make more money. And trying to keep him as a patient. Kind of like try to keep him miserable. You remember doing this for the Platinum? Yeah. I actually quite like this DLC, but now that I have these audio bugs. For example, in order to unlock the secret ending in the DLC, you have to collect all of the fragments. But they will kind of like make a shimmering sound if you're even remotely close to them. Which is like extremely helpful to kind of like find them. But that's like gone for me. Also some of the soundtrack isn't there. And also some of the narration is like missing. Like the Animus kind of like voice is missing. It's really weird. I'm gonna make a restart after this memory to see if that helps. So the auto settings are fine here. Like everything is set to 10. Let's start the Lost Archive now. Okay, then I'm gonna go and do the fix for the CPU cores here. Was that the Psycho beginning? Psycho beginning? What do you mean, busted? And yeah, all the auto settings are fine here too, so... I don't know.
Where's our team being sent?
Italy, to Abstergo's new research facility. I want to know what they're after with the Animus device. Your third teammate has been kept outside the Assassin Order, waiting to be called upon.
Lucy Stillman.
She's been trained to infiltrate Abstergo. Since the age of 17, the girl has lived outside our ranks. All her ties to the Assassins have been erased.
Lucy Stillman. I know you're out there.
D-Day is February 1, 2011. You will be caught by their Lineage Discovery and Acquisition Department. They will bring you in as a test subject. Now Lucy will get you direct access to the Animus at night. And once you have enough information, she'll get you out.
Welcome to the Animus, Subject 16.
Yeah, there we are. The room from AC1. The Desmond was also put into the Animus to explore the memories of Adair ibn Lahat. I do wonder if I would like go ahead and turn everything down. Then back up if that has kind of like any influence. Doesn't seem like...
Pages of history, Mr. Kasmeric. They are tattered, blackened, almost illegible. Useless to all but dreamers. Misunderstood and misused by politicians. But what if there was a way to restore history's luster? To truly know its lessons? The Animus gives us such a chance.
What are you really looking for? Last time I checked, Abstergo didn't have a history division.
Very astute, Mr. Kasmeric. But we do own an entertainment studio. Perhaps a period drama is in production. Contemplate that while you finish your next session.
Max, there's an annoying trophy for a syndicate that gets you to run over 5,000 stuff, what a horse carriage, and it doesn't count the smaller defenses, apparently. Yeah, that achievement I also had to do like a couple years back when I did my 100% achievement run on all of the AC games. It's actually a really good spot that's like perfect to finish that run quickly. That's around the market area in like the center of the city, I think. Because you can basically just run for all of the market stands and stuff and lampposts. There's like tons of them and they respawn every time you make like a round. So just riding through there for like an hour or so will probably get you the achievement. But yeah, it's a really annoying achievement. You gotta go so much out of your way to get it done. But yeah, if you look for that achievement on YouTube and market area, then you probably find the location I'm talking about. It's beautiful as you left it, Anakin. Yeah, the room. Such an iconic room, you know. One of the first things you ever saw in any AC. Yeah, Maxi, it's definitely a tactic that makes it go by a bit faster at least.
Can I have a rest?
Keep working, and I will consider it.
You're a good liar, Riddick.
Get him back in there, mister.
Quite interesting, like all of the pictures we can see here are kind of like part of the glyphs or clusters from AC2 and Brotherhood. So all of them kind of like memories that, you know, Clay has seen himself in the Animus. That he's like sharing with us.
There is an old tale passed down through the ages, that the apple of Eden was not flesh at all, but solid like marble or bronze. They say incredible powers will be granted to the man who holds it. Truthfully, I believe such lies to be little more than blasphemy.
If he sees the apple, let me know immediately.
Have you heard of the assassino?
Si, Ezio Auditore. Find out about this Ezio Auditore. I want his records on my desk by the end of the week.
What apple are you looking for, Vidic?
You really want me to answer that question, Mr. Kazmarek? If I did, you couldn't reasonably expect to be released at the end of this experiment.
In which river do you throw the bodies?
Is that fear I hear in your voice, Subject 16? It should be. His readings aren't normal, Miss Stillman.
Are you there, Clay? Remember, stick to the mission.
What's gonna happen to me?
Don't worry. Lucy will get you out. We're a team.
Lucy?
Only Lucy didn't get him out. Lucy made him stay in Abstergo. But she helped Desmond, so that's completely logical, isn't it? I guess she realized that Clay was like too far gone at some point. And that if there's like another one who shares the same ancestor, because Clay and Desmond actually share Ezio as an ancestor, then that might actually work better. Letter from Lucy to Clay. July of 2010. Clay, your kind words are appreciated. Work continues on schedule. Vidic is busy dealing with the XX while I'm running experiments on Subject 15. During drills, focus on getting inside the enemy's codebase. I'm already investigating the archives. Don't stress about the operation. I'll protect you once you're in here. I promise. Lucy. So given the promise that she will protect him, but then letting him rot inside the Animus.
We here highly resolve that these dead
Dai
shall
nemici mi
not have
guardo
died
io.
in vain.
Dagli amici mi guardi idio.
That this nation, under
Dai
God,
nemici mi guardo
shall have a
io.
new
Dagli
birth of
amici mi
freedom,
guardi idio.
government of the people, by the
Dai
people,
nemici mi
for the
guardo
people,
io. Dagli
shall
amici
not
mi
perish
guardi
from the
idio.
earth. We here highly resolve that these dead
Dai
shall
nemici mi
not have
guardo
died
io.
in vain.
Dagli amici mi guardi idio.
That this nation, under
Dai
God,
nemici mi guardo
shall
io.
have a new
Dagli
birth of
amici mi
freedom,
guardi idio.
government of the people, by the
Dai
people,
nemici mi
for the
guardo io.
people,
Dagli
shall
amici
not
mi
perish
guardi
from the
idio.
earth. We here highly resolve that these dead
Dai
shall
nemici
not
mi
have
guardo
died
io.
in vain.
Dagli amici mi guardi idio.
Memory 5. Bleeding effect. But yeah, I really gotta say, it feels like something is missing with like a lot of the sound gone. So honestly, what I'm kind of considering right now is just watching the rest of the playthrough on YouTube with like actual sound. Because, I don't know, like with the music gone and everything, especially with later cutscene also, it just not is the same to me. So since I've already played this countless of times, you know, I could also link like an older playthrough or something if you want to watch like the entirety of it. But I think I'm actually gonna watch the rest of it on YouTube, you know, because yeah, it just isn't the same. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me just find a video here. Sorry, had to take care of a dog real quick. She wasn't happy that she couldn't see Levi right now. Okay, but yeah, I found a video here. So let's go ahead and watch the rest of it like that.
Clay Kazmarek, I, who was once called Juno, have come to show you the way. Remember, in Eden.
Eve, what is this device?
Touch Adam and you will know.
With William and Rebecca, I've been doing some amazing work. This is much, much better than my job at the accelerator. I'm happier, Dad.
You know, I didn't get my check from you this month.
Are you listening to me?
Do these losers even pay, or is this free labor?
Money isn't everything.
You have to support this family, Clay.
Did you demand money from Mom, too? Is that why she left?
I can see what has been, what will be.
Then what you must do is clear. Help Desmond Miles.
No. Not me. I refuse.
Thousands of years this message waited. Soon its promise shall be fulfilled. Go forth, with eyes open to all but the truth.
Okay, I'm actually gonna switch to another video because there's one where they've not taken quite as much time. Let me see. Okay, bleeding effects, the truth. Okay.
Ability activated.
I've administered paliperidone. Thank you. Inform me when he recovers, and we will return to work. You have been experimenting on him for more than a year now. The man needs a long rest. Stick to your field, Doctor, and I will practice mine.
How are you doing, Dad? Hanging in there? I know it's hard with Mom gone.
Our contractor's not getting any jobs thanks to this crappy economy. I haven't been to work in a week.
That's tough. I sent a check. It should arrive today or tomorrow.
Tight, yeah!
Apparently it's a different date to the sub still crook 1 Leland.
Now to get into their mainframe.
There you are. We found a perfect candidate named Desmond Miles. His ancestral tree fits the data gathered from Subject 16's memory of Ezio Auditore. But it is quite likely that he won't see the essential details freely. Desmond is the key to the location of the pieces of Eden. Our scientists have been running tests. If we were to place just one within a satellite, and angle it toward the Earth, Utopia would be within our grasp.
Yes, that's it. I know what Vidic wants. We can leave.
Lucy, this is where your background comes into play. If our experiments with Desmond and the Animus aren't going well, you will remove him from Abstergo. Take him somewhere he will feel comfortable divulging his secrets. Your assassins should do the trick. Since Desmond will be reading our emails, we will ensure that secret communications between you and the assassins go through unimpeded. Once you are embedded, I will come to pick up the Animus tapes. Make sure to look very upset. You need to be convincing. Desmond will lead you to the apple, and then you bring it right to us. We're counting on you, Lucy. You have served the Templar Order well, and we never forget loyalty. Oh, yes. Once inside their hideout, perhaps you might ask the assassins why they left you alone for so many years.
Lucy!
Trapped. I have to get out of here.
Your eyes are now open. Help Desmond Miles.
I will.
They must all suffer as we suffered. Access granted. Data upload initiated. DNA and memory scanned. Upload complete. Quarantining construct Clay Kasmeric.
We are nothing.
Thursday, January 27, 2011, 2 p.m.
Alright, Clay, it's your dad. Pick up the phone. I know we haven't talked in a long time. I'm fixing the back porch. It's hotter than hell out here, and I could use a hand. Call me. Let me know you're okay.
And there you go. That is technically the ending to the Lost Archive or the Last Memory. But there's still a last, as you can see here, now that he has collected all of the decipher fragments, he can now access a special memory, which will unlock the secret ending. We have to go to Bleeding Effect and then go to the door that wasn't accessible otherwise. And yeah, definitely Infinity. That one was really annoying to get right. Took me a couple tries. Which means, of course, like restarting the entire level from straight to the beginning. I wonder if he's just been doing this over and over till Desmond got there. Yeah. I mean, Brotherhood, we kind of like see how Clay is trying to get his conscience to be actually able to communicate with Desmond. So I guess prior to Brotherhood, he wasn't able to do much anything except for like having his memories stored inside. But yeah, of course, in Revelations, he actually manages to have like his full-on conscience, be able to interact with Desmond properly. But yeah, who knows, you know, what his conscience has been doing until then. It's definitely interesting, I think, the aspect of Assassin's Creed of like stored consciousness, you know, and kind of like being independent of like a body, you know. Which of course brings like living forever and eternity to another level. And a lot of them are stored in like the gray, which is kind of like the room between connections, if it's electrical or otherwise. And Juno is stored inside there, Clay is stored inside there, and Desmond as well after the ending of AC3 pretty much. AC3 is where you was at to get play for when you started replaying Orb but stopped because of Ragnarok release. I gotcha. Well, maybe it's time to pick it up again, Infinity. You know, play some proper AC games instead of Ragnarok. I still haven't played Ragnarok actually, but I'm not sure I ever will in the near future. Maybe at some point. Now
Help Desmond Miles.
I can see the secret ending. New message. To Harold Kaczmarek. Subject: dead. Don't worry about me, I found my place and purpose. I want you to know that what happened isn't your fault. I will always love you, and someday I hope that you find what you're looking for. And there we go. That is the ending of a Lost Archive DLC. And yeah, that's also where the video ends. Sorry that I couldn't really stream the rest of it properly anymore. I have to look into trying to fix those audio bugs that have been happening for the next time we replay this. Just a bit weird because it never happened to me before, you know, so I didn't start like a new playthrough to see if everything is working alright, since it never happened to me before. But yeah, that is the story. So kind of like how Clay got you know, captured by Abstergo, how Lucy promised to help him but then didn't. Also seeing, you know, Lucy's kind of like betrayal, being ordered by Warren Vidic to get Desmond to the assassins so they could get him information about Ezio sooner and where the Apple of Eden is hidden. And yeah, Clay ultimately dying because of all this, you know. And the only thing he could leave behind is his conscience stored in the Animus core. And of course the messages that he left behind for Desmond to find, that he drew with his own blood. Symbols that would kind of like guide Desmond towards what's happening, what will be happening, and what has happened. But yeah, with that done, that is the Lost Archive finished. Wanted to do that, you know, before starting the main story for Revelations, to kind of like get that proper backstory modern day wise for Clay. To give also a bit more context to what character we will be meeting in the modern day quite early on in the game. Since Desmond is actually in coma right now, right? He's like in shock and unconscious, and they put him into the Animus. And yeah, now he's kind of like lost and trapped there, the same that Clay is. Which gives them like an opportunity to talk to each other, essentially. Infinity I Should was a good one, and Forbidden West. Absolutely. yeah, I do hope to play Forbidden West sooner rather than later.